If you're getting ready to sell your house so that you can buy a new home, whether it's because you're downsizing or upsizing or maybe you're just relocating to a whole new area, it really doesn't matter. The point is, it is possible to sell your home and buy a new home at the same time, and I'm going to show you how. Let's get started. Jose. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX here in the Inland Empire in Southern California. And well, if this is your first time to the channel, first of all, welcome. Always honored to have you here. In fact, be sure to hit the subscribe button right down over here. And also, don't forget to hit the bell too. This way you never miss any future content where I talk about buying, selling, and living here in the Inland Empire. Be sure to stay to the end because I do have a free gift that I'm going to leave with you. This is a question that I do get quite a bit. Hey, Jose, how do I sell my house so that I can buy a new one, and can I do that at the same time? Honestly, believe it or not, it might be a little easier than you might think it is. However, the first thing you need to do is you need to consider the housing market. What is the housing market like, both where you're selling your house at, as well as where you're looking to buy your new home at? Because that will affect the plan that you're gonna need to have to pull it all together. Because, well, if it's a seller's market, then sure, you're probably going to find it a little bit easier to get your house sold than it is to find the right home for you to buy. And well, if it's a buyer's market, then vice versa. Before I go any further though, if you have the ability to go out, find a home, buy a new home, then afterward turn around and go and sell your existing home, then sure, that's going to make things a little easier for you. Sure, I mean, if you can go out and do your home shopping and find the home that you love and fall in love with and put an offer, get it into escrow, close escrow, then come back over here and put up a for sale sign in your existing home to sell it, I mean, sure, that's obviously going to make things a little easier because you don't have to time anything.
Please explain.
Sure, what I mean by that is this, is if you're trying to sell your house and you're trying to buy a new home, at the same time, you're probably going to want both of the escrows to close at the same time. This way, when they close, now you can go ahead and move all your stuff over to your new home. Or if you don't mind moving twice, what you could do is even sell your home, take the money, take your stuff, move into a temporary location, whether that's renting or whether it's family or friends, whatever the case may be, but staying there while you're looking for your new location, find it, buy it, close escrow, and then now move your stuff to the new home. Of course, though, these are two options that are not always doable for everyone. Yeah, because if you're buying a new home before selling your existing home, that means you have to be able to qualify for having a mortgage on two homes, both at the same time. And well, the other option, meaning I was saying how if you decide to sell your house, move to a temporary location, and then move into your new home, well, that means you're moving twice. And who loves moving twice? So if you're not able to carry two mortgages at the same time and you're not excited about the idea of moving twice, what can you do? Well, fortunately, there are a few options for you. First of all, be sure to include a contingency on the house that you're selling, meaning this. You put your house up for sale, but it's contingent on you being able to find a replacement home. In other words, you put your house up for sale, a buyer comes in, makes an offer, says, hey, we want to buy your house. That's contingent, your sale to them, it's contingent on you being able to find a replacement home. So if you're not able to find a replacement home in the agreed upon time that you both already had at the beginning, then yes, you have an out. You're able to back out, cancel the sale if that's what you need to do. Also though, with the house that you're trying to buy, the offer that you're making, be sure that the contingency is there, meaning the offer is contingent on you being able to get your house sold. So if for some reason your house doesn't sell, then again, you do have an out, as long as it's within the agreed upon time frame that you and the people that you're trying to buy the house from, as long as it's within that time frame, then yes, you do have an out. Again, you are able to cancel out and not go forward with purchasing that house. The idea for these contingencies really is to protect you, to make sure that you don't find yourself getting stuck with two mortgages, in the event that something didn't go right. However, word of caution, depending on the housing market, there is always the chance that you could go and make an offer and that seller decides they don't want to accept your offer if it has that contingency in there that says, this offer is contingent on my house selling. included in your offer. But don't let that scare you. Honestly, that's not what typically happens. One final word though when it comes to contingencies is when you're making an offer to purchase a home contingent on your home selling, you really want to be in escrow for the sale of your house already before you go and make that offer. If you were to make an offer to purchase a home contingent on yours selling, but it's not in escrow yet, or worse, it's not even up for sale yet, I mean, they're probably not going to get too excited about your offer. You're asking them to pull their house off the market and wait for you to get yours sold. They don't know how long that's going to take. They don't know anything about you or your agent or the marketing you're doing or is it priced right? Because I mean, if it's overpriced, it's probably going to take a while. It's probably going to sit for a while before it finally sells. In a buyer's market, sure, you might be able to get away with that. Otherwise, no, they're probably not going to take your offer too serious. Another option available to you is you could have a longer escrow on the sale of your house. A typical escrow is about 30 days. However, believe it or not, I mean, there are some cases where sometimes a buyer might be able to actually close a little faster than that, but 30 days, that right there, that is the industry norm. My recommendation is make the escrow a little longer. At minimum, I would make it 45 days. Honestly, I'd probably say 60 days, and here's why I say that. Let's say you go into escrow for the house you're selling on May 1st. A standard escrow, again, 30 days, would mean that you're scheduled to finalize the sale of your house on June 1st. But if you make it a 60-day escrow, now you have until July 1st before the sale of your house is final. So what this does is now it gives you the first 30 days from May 1st until June 1st to find your new home and go into escrow with that. So now again, you go into escrow on May 1st for the sale of your house, you look at homes for 30 days, and now on June 1st, you go into escrow for the home that you're buying. Now, 30 days later, everything closes and is final on July 1st.
Nice.
Well, hold that thought though, because while yes, it is very doable, but it definitely requires some planning ahead and definitely some attention to detail by your agent or you if you choose to do this alone in order to make everything line up like I just showed you. But again, the point is it is very doable and actually this happens all the time. Another option would be to use a Rentback. If you've never heard of this one, don't worry, don't feel bad, you're not alone. Actually, not a lot of people have. In a nutshell, a Rentback is when you sell your house, the buyers, they bought your house, but the home that you're trying to buy, it's not going to be ready for another, let's say 2 weeks. Let's say it's going to be 2 more weeks before the home that you're trying to buy is going to be ready for you to be able to take possession and move in. So what happens is you rent back from the new owners, the people that bought your house, you rent it back from them. You become short-term tenants, and in this example, for the next 2 weeks. So, and before you're worried, about, hey, Jose, what's the rent going to be? How much are we paying for this? Don't worry. I mean, you're not about to, start renting from slumlords or anything crazy like that. No, typically you're looking at a monthly rate of whatever it is that the new owners, the buyers of your house, whatever their monthly mortgage payment is. So, in this example, again, if you're only renting for the next 2 weeks, then your rental amount is going to be about half of whatever their monthly payment is. Now, is this an option that's used all the time? No, not necessarily. But the thing is, it is an option that's available for you to help you in getting everything to line up, to get the escrows to close simultaneously, the one escrow for the house that you're selling, as well as the new home that you're buying, again, to get those escrows to close simultaneously. But I can't stress enough. You can't go into this blindly. You have to have a plan on how you're going to do that, how you're going to get everything to close like that, to close simultaneously, to make sure that you have a nice, seamless transition from one home to the next. Hey, I'm glad you're still here because as I mentioned at the beginning, I do have a free gift for you, and that is my free home seller's guide. It's packed with great information to help walk you through the process of getting your home prepared for sale all the way up to and including successfully selling. Go ahead and click on the link in the description section below to download your free guide. Of course, though, if you do have any questions about anything I covered here in this video, or maybe you are thinking about selling your home here in the Inland Empire in order to make a move, my contact information is below. Give me a call or text. I'm always here to help.